So you're probably ambitious if you're watching this video, but problem is you're lazy. How are you gonna fix that? I've personally went through that problem myself because I've always considered myself a pretty ambitious person. Problem was, although I knew all the habits that I had to do, I never was consistent with them. But now for the last 3 months, I've been the most consistent that I've ever been with all of my habits, and I want to show you the 3 methods that help me get there so you can stop being ambitious and lazy, but be ambitious and hardworking and eventually achieve your goals. Just for context, I started doing these 3 things end of November 2025 and have since then been, like I said, the most consistent I've ever been with my habits. Before that, quite honestly, I was addicted to gooning, porn, right? I was addicted to a bunch of stuff. I didn't even eat clean at all, right? My diet was completely fucked, and therefore my results in the gym were bad. My videos weren't improving as much as I liked them to. But fast forward to now, after 3 months of doing this protocol, I've completely gotten rid of my porn addiction. My diet was way cleaner, like I can fill out this shirt now. And I grew from roughly 2,000 followers to now 10,000 in a matter of 3 months. So let me show you the 3 habits without talking too much. Number 1 is gonna be visualization. So look, the science behind visualization is basically that you picture your dream life in a way that actually allows you to find the opportunities that will actually get you there, right? To build that identity of that person that can achieve your dream life, whether that be the habits you want to have as a father, for example, or whether that be the things you want to have in the future, like materialistic stuff. Let me show you, for example, how I visualize. This is my wallpaper on my laptop. Now, why do I have it as a wallpaper? Simple reason, I see it every single day. I can't look away from this dream life that I'm trying to achieve. And now my identity has basically become what I'm putting in front of me every single day. And I'll keep this whole explanation part pretty brief, but what you gotta realize is that most of the successful people that you see had that vision, had that identity before they even got there. So first step for you is gonna be make a wallpaper, just like this one. Go into Canva, put pictures on a wallpaper, just like this, and choose different things. Like for example, I have Jesus because I want to have a loving relationship with Jesus and stay close to God. I have a villa in Capri because that is a life goal of mine, to retire in Capri, fucking morph into an Italian grandpa, right? That's my dream lifestyle. I want to have a Dodge Hellcat. I want to have a yacht like this one. It's a Galleon 800 Fly or Sky, I think it was. And this is a Lamborghini SVJ, right? Sick fucking car. But guess why I put this in front of my face every single day? It's so I can get used to this and actually find opportunities to achieve these goals right here. Optionally, you can also like put a verse in the middle if you want to, or like an encouraging quote that keeps you sort of uplifted. I have Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Something I just personally find very inspiring. But this is step 1. Before you even do any of the other 2, get clear on what life you actually want to achieve. Now, number 2, this is going to be an important one. Number 2 is reading out your goals. So basically the way you're going to do this, and I've been doing this routinely for the last 3 months, take a notebook, just like this one, like write it with your hand. And I know teachers always say this, right? If it goes through your hand, it goes into your mind, right? I never really believed it, but for goals, I'm actually going to do it, right? Like, I don't want to risk it not going into my mind. But basically, you write all of this down. I personally have 3 goals. The less you have, by the way, the better. Because the less goals you have, the more you can actually focus on them. And you don't have like a wide array of like goals you kind of want to achieve, but maybe one is like less important than the other. Like I have 3 goals that are very fucking important to me. So the less you have, the more you know that you're going to be committed to them. Now the first one is that I want to have 100,000 followers on Instagram. Number 2 is that I want to make my first solo trip outside of Germany all paid for by myself. And number 3 is that I want to have my first 20k month in USD for at least 1 month. And now this is very, very important, so take notes, okay? I'm gonna break down exactly how you're gonna structure your goals just like this, right? You're not gonna just write down, oh, I wanna have 100,000 followers, right? I'm gonna show you exactly how you're gonna write these goals down. By the way, I got this from an Ali Abdaal video, and apparently it's scientifically proven if you note down your goals like I'm gonna show you right now, that it's so much more likelier for you to actually achieve them. So let me break it down. First of all, be specific with your goal. Don't say, oh, I want to look better. Don't say, oh, I want to get leaner. Be specific. How lean do you want to get? How much money do you want to make? How many views, how many followers do you want to have? On which platform do you want to have these views? Is it going to be Instagram or is it going to be YouTube? it's going to be very different for both of them. And that is going to be your what. So number one, your what, be specific with it. Number two is your why. Why do you want to achieve that goal? Now, this doesn't have to be a super deep reason. It doesn't have to be, oh, my childhood trauma caused me to do X, Y, Z, and I want to serve God. Like, obviously, I want to serve God with my goals, right? But don't try to come up with something that doesn't feel authentic to you, right? If it's proving your day ones wrong, like, fucking note that down, right? Whatever really moves you to achieve that goal, right? For me, for example, with the 100K followers, it's to help people skip my mistakes at a larger scale and also unlock new opportunities in terms of financially, business opportunities, network opportunities, social opportunities. So we have your what and why. Now we're going to do something that many people don't do and that they actually overlook, but this is actually like very fucking important. It's called your anti-goals. And this is going to be your restraints, basically. Like, what do you not want to do along the way to reach that goal? Let's say you want to get lean, but you don't want to give up eating pizza. Or maybe you want to make 20K per month, but you don't want to do it with a business model that you hate. For example, my anti-goals with the 100K followers is to not sell my soul or reject my faith or my morals in any way, and to not put on a mask and hide my true self. I do not want to do that. So basically the goal is to go viral authentically. Now this part right here is all for your goal. After that, you're going to get clear on your plan. So don't just write on your goal, but actually write on how you're going to achieve the goal. And notice how this instantly makes your goals much more achievable if you break it down. So let me show you what you're going to write down. For your plan, you're going to write down the 3 to 5 major moves. So what's the things that you need to do on a daily, weekly basis? What are the projects that you need to finish on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to actually get there, right? So break it down. For me, it's post one original piece of content every single day, attend every coaching call in the program that I'm in, work with the creator sheet, so basically copy proven content. For example, if you read the title to this video, this is a title I stole from Alex Hormozi. So don't blame me, I'm just copying what works. Then improve one thing for every video and start a viral series. Note these down. After that, you're gonna note down if this goal is realistic to you, right? This is where you seriously need to ask yourself, okay, how much do I want to commit myself to this, right? So you're gonna note down, in theory, how realistic is it? And in practice, how realistic is it? Meaning, in theory, if you did all of these things, all of these major moves every single day when you set out to do them, how realistic is it that you're going to achieve that goal? And then in practice, factoring in how you actually feel from day to day, how many days you're probably going to slack. How realistic is it that you're going to achieve that goal? And then the last aspect of this is, why wouldn't this work? So you're going to note down 3 things that could stop you from getting there, that could get in the way. For me, it's, for example, school takes up too much time, meaning I have to do the minimum in school, right? Taking sacrifices. The next one is, I get too complacent after a win. I need accountability. And then I forget to attend calls, set up reminders, right? And this is how you're gonna structure all of your goals from now on. Please, I promise this is gonna make it so much easier to actually envision you reaching your goal, because you now actually know what you need to do from day to day to get there. It's no longer like a dream that's in the distance. It's actually something that is achievable, right? So note it down just like that. Now, number 3, this is probably the most important one. And it's actually one that is pretty fun to do. I call it an accountability challenge. And excuse my writing, I'm pretty retarded right now. But basically what this means, and the whole reason I've been able to stay consistent with this habit, with that habit, with quitting porn, quitting that lustful habit, being more consistent in the gym, the reason I am able to do all of that on a consistent basis is because of accountability. Don't go into this whole process of improving yourself without any accountability. Don't be that lone wolf Sigma motherfucker. No, that's not gonna help you. You ideally want someone that is on a similar or even same path than you, holding you accountable. So let me show you exactly what I do with my homie that I actually know in real life, that I go to school with, which held both of us accountable for the last 3 months, like insanely accountable. As you can see right here, this is our accountability challenge. What we've done is we have set out on the habits that we want to get more consistent on, right? By the way, this is the month of February, so you can see all the rest of the days are missing. It's early February right now. But basically, we have noted down the habits that we want to get consistent on. For me, it's waking up at 5:30, hitting my calories, daily post, no fap, visualization, meditation, learn, and gym. Now here's the fun part. When you or your homie miss one of those habits, and by the way, you need to pick someone for this who you actually know is gonna log in with you, who you actually know wants to change their life, right? Can't be someone who you think that's just talking, but never actually does something, right? Those people are just gonna bullshit you. You're gonna end up just losing all of your money, because what you do with this is when you miss a habit, you are gonna decide on an amount per habit, right, that you're gonna give to that person. So basically, let's say I would not wake up at 5:30 tomorrow. I need to send my homie $2. And now what that's gonna do, it's gonna give you extra motivation. First of all, when you miss the habit, it's gonna be embarrassing, right? Your homie will see it and will call you out for it, right? That's what accountability basically is. Calling each other out on each other's bullshit. Plus you lose $2. So if I were to miss them for the entire month, bro, I would lose $60. Like, bro, that would suck. I could buy pretty cool shit with $60. And depending on the habit, you can even change the amount. So for example, for NoFap, it's even $5. But like I said, since I've been doing this, even though I had urges in between, I never even considered like doing the deed, right? And honestly, I gotta thank my friend for this, because I never thought I would get rid of these lustful habits, right? It's an addiction nowadays. And it's no wonder that people are getting so massively addicted to stuff like porn, to lustful activities, because it's being promoted on social media and it's so easily accessible nowadays. But I'm telling you, if you are ambitious, but you're lazy, try these 3 things and it's gonna change your life. Real talk. So take that first step. If this video was helpful, subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you on another Whiteboard Wednesday. Peace.